Hello group, Jeff here. I'm in the great outdoors, Sunday night actually, looking at the moon. So I have the 14 and the Raza out tonight, and what we're going to concern ourselves with in this video is the 14. And I have set my 14 up on M57, and what I want to do is just start some tracking. So that this will work. And what I want to do is show you that using rock settings, more or less, you know me, can never do what anybody else does, but I have the 432 and the Orion Sky Glow filter in the 14. So that's knocking some light out, but I just happen to be shooting a 180 from the moon. So this would be the darkest sky I have tonight. So I've got M57 kind of centered up, and I'll just go through the settings. My gain is at 56. My exposure is at 8. And I have white balanced. I'll just white balance it again because it's getting darker. I still see blue skies off to the west. It is a little after 11. Not too bad. That helped. My color adjust is default, except I'm at 88. And I'm an 8 guy, so anything that's divisible by 8, that's where I'll be. Frame rate's high. I'm on color. I am, let me see what, whoops, sorry. Let me see. Yeah, okay. So that kind of looks like what I've got. I will not flip. I will not rotate. My sampling is the stock setup, no region of interest. The binning is 1. No need to bin with this camera. My histogram is pushed hard to the left only because this is such a bright object that I don't want to blow this out. Plus I'm taking color out of this thing, and I'm not looking to lose any more color. I have a dark field. I don't have a flat. I am going to stack in deep sky mode. Average stacking, I'm using number 6. I'm not an odd guy. I'm an even guy. Conversion gain is high. Cooling is on 0 and the fan is high. And we are at 300% sharpen. I'm just going all in here. So between the average and deep sky, we should see, we can see if, I probably should do a quick focus before we do this, just in case. And let me get focus there. I'm at 336. I think we're pretty good focus-wise. Okay, so this is where I want all my settings. And I went through them all, so you could stop the video and just compare for yourself. And you'll see that I'm a little red, got some red going on. So between the Orion Sky Glow filter and the moon and the haze, I have a red sky. So anytime I get a bit of a haze at night, between the city lights and the moon, I start pushing red. So I will up the black point just a tickle, and that will help get rid of some stuff here. So I'm going to start the stack and see what happens. You got 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars. This has got potential. So given that tonight is really not the best of nights for me, I am actually kind of amazed that this is working as well as it is. Because I never could have. I would get deep sky working. We aren't done yet, but I would get deep sky stacking working, and I would never use sharpen at 300% ever. It would just Pink Floyd on me right away. And we can already see down in here, up in here, we're starting to pull in that fuzzy outer. If I'm making a noise, but I just got bit by a mosquito. We're getting detail that I don't normally see, especially with the moon. This is pretty nice. And I'm at 300% zoom. So let me back out a little bit. That's 400%. That is 200. And that is 100. And 50, I'm sorry. So that's 100. And this thing for my 14 is, without any post-processing, is the best I've ever seen M57 on the 14. So all I can say is, where was Rock 3 years ago? He probably was talking about this stuff. I just never caught on. But this is really looking pretty sweet. Somewhere around here is the wagon wheel. Let's see if I can find it. There it is here, I think. So in here, we should probably start to see. I can't believe how well this looks. Holy crumbs. So I think that right there is Jack's Lida, or one of these is. Unreal. This is, I mean, I'm seeing detail in here that I would never see unless I post-processed. And I just have sharpen turned up. And you can see the extended nebulosity is trying to sneak in, and I would probably be there if the moon wasn't out. I would be getting that. So I can't wait to try this with the DS10. And I say that only because I have to make a change on the Raza, so bear with me. Where are you? 112. I really like the Raza in the DS10 or the DS16 at bin 1. It only takes between 40. What I do is it's a poor man, what I call a poor man's LHDR. I'll start at 40 or 48 seconds, and then I'll let that build to clear the noise out, and then I go up to a minute 12, and I just run that until I'm happy. And that just making those two changes on the Raza is enough to really pull some awesome stuff in. Unbelievable, actually. I can't believe how well this looks. I mean, we're seeing the... So Rock has got 2 more inches on me with his 16, and that's a lot in the excuse me, the astronomy world. We'll stay at 12. See what that looks like. And I've got 42 frames in here. I haven't done a thing. No LHDR. I haven't moved the white point. As you can see, my white point is still at 255. I've moved the black. But this is quite amazing. Now, the lowering the saturation has taken quite a bit of the color out of the thing. But I believe I can get that color back in post by doing a vibrance. We'll let this build up. And remember, I'm at 300, I'm at deep sky stacking, number 6, and I have 300% on the sharpen. High conversion gain. Now I am guiding. Sorry. I am guiding tonight, only because I feel that I don't want to push my luck with the deep sky. So I'm guiding, and that I just want to make sure that the deep sky works. And if I wasn't guiding it, if I had a little bit of drift, it would probably fail. This is amazing. Jeez. I mean, that's unbelievable. I never got any of this stuff. Out to here. You know, I could do a white point move, but why? Why do that? This is cool. This has got me thinking. That's always trouble. So we're coming up on 60 frames at 58 output, 60 input, 59 output. So if I go up to like 80, this will definitely be the best M27 I've ever gotten. Unbelievable. And because I'm using the correct dark, I don't have any of the, and I'm really, for me, I have a lot of gain. 56, that's a lot for me in this camera. Unbelievable. So that's 300% right there. And you can just start to see there's some stuff wanting to happen in here. %, and it's beautiful. So I'm going to give Rock a golf clap. Golf clap. The guy that designs the camera sure knows what he's talking about. Let's go up here and see if we can see. Where's the way I'm zoomed in too much? I think it's right there. One of those. My poor computer is screaming tonight. It's doing a lot of work. That is gorgeous, man. So I'll stop it at 80. And I've got 4 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unbelievable. Normally I'd be to get this guy right here. Post was pulling that one out. Okay, there's 80. So I'll save this. We'll just let it go a little more. So what I will do is I'll just run through my settings again. I'm at trigger mode, 8 seconds down here. My white balance, the bit depth is 8. I'm just white balanced. Color adjust, the only thing I've changed is saturation, and I'm at 88. Frame rate is high. I'm in color, no flip, no rotate. Sampling is bin, no region of interest. Digital binning is 1. Additive. Histogram is basically a stock histogram except for my black. I have a dark field that represents this gain and this exposure. I have no flat field. My black level is at 1. My live stack is align frames. My number is 6. I'm on average, deep sky. I mean, I would have been Pink Floyded a long time ago. High contrast gain. Cooling is 0 and high for the fan. Sharpen is at 300. No miscellaneous and no presets. So I would say, group, that based on Simon's post, thank you, Simon, and the information you got from Rock, wish I would have known about this a long time ago. I mean, I'm actually seeing swirls in here, and I've never seen that without, doing some post work, even down in here. This is just the best M57 I've ever gotten. The best. So we're at 104. I'll go to 112. I'll save another one at 112, and then we'll stop and we'll go to, I think M27 is out of the trees. And we'll try one more target. Can't believe how well this worked. That is beautiful. Almost looks like a glass pane. Beautiful. Three more frames, we're there. I mean, this thing has no noise either. I mean, that is clean. So that's 112. We'll save it. Unbelievable. Okay, so let's stop. We'll go into video mode. We'll stop this. Oops, wrong one. Did I click that? Let's go to 1 second here. And we'll up the gain. Okay, so now let's go and see if we can find M57 or M27. And let's hope it's out of the trees. I have to go. It's just for the heck of it. think I might be in a tree. Yeah, I'm in a tree. Son of a gun. Oh yeah, big tree. Well, I can't do that one. So let's try. East. Let's try. See what galaxies are up. Andromeda, don't want. How about the whirlpool? Let's try the whirlpool. Now the whirlpool is, this will be a good test for this because I have the moon up in the city lights. In this, the whirlpool is going to be right on the edge of the city light dome, where it transitions from, or it starts to transition into darker skies. And with the moon, let's hope I'm not in trees. No, I think I'm going to be good. And there it is. Beauteous. Look at that. Oops, sorry. Let's stop. What's beeping at me? Oh, look at that. Satellite went right through the edge. Unbelievable. So because I'm in the Moonglow in the light dome of the city, I'm going to have a hard time finding a star. So let me move. Oh, that's looking pretty good already. Holy cow. Oops. Oh boy, darn it. It's pretty good. Okay. So let's stop the loop. Whoops. Let's go to 10 seconds and see what we get. Yeah. Okay. Do I have... Do I have a dark? Try the 12. And loop. Oops, stop. Let's make this 56. Okay, loop. Try and find a place with no. I don't like. Stop and go to 16. See if that helps. It did. Okay. So I'm getting killed by the moon and the city sky glow here. But I think we can coax it out. Now you have to remember, I still have the sharpen at 300%. I'm deep sky. I don't know if I will be able to guide but we will try. So we'll start stacking and see what happens. Where are we at on this? We're at 48. One more, it's 48 frames on the Raza. Okay, what is this? This is the white-eyed P nebula, IC 4593. Oops. I see 4393. Gain of 8. Exposure of 48 and 112. Binning 1. Stack 40 8, 6, I think. And no sharpen. No, that's good enough. So let's try 160. Oh, there's the Pink Floyd, because it's too dark. Too dark. So I've got to brighten it. But look at the core on this thing. Nice. Okay, let me stop the stack. Let me up the gain. $56 would be 64. Oops. $64. We'll go back down to 12. See what we get here. Yeah, I think I like it this better. Okay, let's try this again. And see if it goes. If it doesn't, what I will do is I'll turn off the sharpen and see what happens. In the interim, I'm going to grab a target. See if the eagle is up. From 16. Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to Floyd out on us. Yeah, it started already. So I'm getting, what's going on here? What is this? Looks like I'm moving. Let's stop this. Wow. So we'll make that 48. Start the loop. Let's see what we get here. Okay. Let's see what we got. It might work. We'll just let this stack a little bit, and I'm going to get this Raza going here. Okay, so I need the 48. Let's see what we get. Oh, look at that weird ass rotation I'm getting here. So let me try. Must be because I'm up so high. Here's the meridian. So let me turn this stack off. And we'll go to planet and see if that helps it. Look at the satellites in this shot. Oh my God. I think I'm in the trees here. Pretty darn close. Okay, so that's a fail. So we'll stop this. I'll go into video mode. Oh, jeez. And So that's working. Oh man, me and trees today. It's going to be close. This MC57 isn't looking too shabby. So I'm at interesting. So this is stacking away in planet mode. And it looked like I had rotation, which this is not an Alt-Z mount. That's weird. So at 24, I'm going to do a I'm going to change out the exposure. So I'm still sharpened at 300. I mean, that's never got that before. With the moon in the city, oh my God, this is sick. This is sick. No, it's definitely noisy. But for having the moon out, and I'm right in the edge of the city light dome. This is pretty good. I mean, the detail, the stuff that's in here is unbelievable. I just need to brighten it up a little bit. So I'll let this go out a little bit, and then I'll stick, this is 14. Go to 32, and I'll stick a 16 in here. See what that does. Wow, that's nice. I have a whole new way of thinking now. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Go to 32. Whew, look at that stuff. Then I'll change the exposure from the 12 that's in here. So I'm a little under on the, you can see some glow coming in. I'm actually using a dark that's 2 seconds short of where I'm at. So I'll stop this, we'll go to 16. I'll bring in a 16 dark. And then we'll start it. And see if we can do a little cheesy. And the moon is just killing my nebula tonight on the Raza. I don't have a filter in the Raza. I'm getting a ton of stars though. Oh my god. $60? Is it 60? I think it's 60. We'll let this build a little bit. Yeah, I'll probably wreck this shot. You just make out the wispy stuff in here. Looks like a little galaxy there. We'll go to 48 and then I'll add a 24. Still not too bad for a moon. I got some haze. Got the lights from the city. Yeah, I see this. Starting to fix this over in here. A little bit of a glow. I shouldn't have gone up to. This camera is very sensitive to darks and exposures. When you start playing, you really have to be careful. That's why for this camera I have a lot, way more darks at different settings than I would for any other camera I own. But because I'm only using bin 1, I'll never use bin 2 with this camera. It kind of helps. So where you would have like bin 1, bin 2 darks for like a DS10 or even the DS16, I only have darks for bin 1. Not too shabby. I think I got my focus pretty good today. So here's the 48th. Now what we'll do is we'll bump it up to 24 and see what happens. We'll stop it. We'll go to 24. Start the loop. 24. So my gain is 64. And that's not too shabby. And the sharpen is at 300%. I can't believe. Even moved quite a bit on there. Quicky white balance. Now, one thing for all you rookie Mellencam DS series Mellencammers, you'll notice that my core isn't blowing out as I start going up in exposure. And that's because I really extend those first stacks when I do an HDR move. So I actually go to 24 frames, and then on my next move I'll go to 48, and that keeps that base a nice solid base to where when you do start to brighten, you're brightening the object. And because I was overexposed to my dark frame, I got some glow popping in here, and that I could never remove all of that. I would have to start it over, and I don't feel like starting it over. It's already midnight, and this thing is this thing's pretty sweet. I mean, back in the day when I was an eyepiece guy, I would see this as a little smudge with the 14. I could, I would never see this stuff. And now I've got a moon and worse light pollution, and I'm seeing this. Just amazing. Oop, I got a little thing going on right there. A little smudge on the optics. What number am I at? This one I want to be careful of. I don't want to take it too far. Today's not the best day to be pushing LHDR with the moon, and I'm in the city light pollution. Those look nice. This is coming in pretty sweet. I love this. Oh, that is awesome. So now you can see the noise. And that, a lot of that is this. The gain is up. And then this is up. So maybe I should just back off on down to 100. See if that helps clean it up a little bit. Now, because this is a noisier image, I don't try to remove all of this noise with, in my case, I have topaz denoise, because that's only going to hurt the image. You want to just remove enough of the noise so that you're not affecting these dust lines, because what winds up happening is noise removal is basically a smoothing effect, and because we have bright dots in our images, the algorithms, or the AI in this case, algorithms AI, have a hard time with those bright dots. It doesn't know what to do with them. So you get clumps, you get clumpiness in the image if you push the denoise too far. And because you get that clumpiness, the image starts to degrade quick. So I can usually tell fairly quickly if I'm going to have trouble, because when I'm doing my noise, I'm looking at these areas in here, especially at boundaries. So where we have a bright star, and then on this galaxy we have an arm, that's where you're going to have your problems, right in here. And the AI is having a hard time with this bright spot and then this light gas. So I don't use a lot of denoise. So I'm actually leaving a lot of noise in the image. And I find that it's better to have some noise than it is to ruin the image, because you're trying to remove too much of the noise from something that could never have the noise removed from it. Just the images, like this image, I would normally not have this much noise in my images. So I think what we'll do at 68, we'll stop this. Save as SPC. This is M51. And it is a let's see, exposure was 812. 14, or was it 14 and 16? Maybe that's what it was. 14, 16, and 24. A stack of 68. We'll save that. We'll close this. You can see I'm losing the image. So we'll stop. Default. We'll go back to the desktop. We'll go back to 48 and we'll do 16.